I don't think the guy wanted to go on the record, but one of our paramedics made the comment that it's so much different to go pick up a community member now than it used to be because they're excited or secure in coming to this hospital.
Wow.
So this is a long-term paramedic that's used to fielding 911 calls, and he gets to the destination and people are very, very okay with.
Wow.
So what he said to me was, he said, I don't know what you guys have been doing in the last six months, but before, people would, whenever I pick people up, they would tell me to do anything, whatever you do, do not take me to Rolling Plains. But he said, well, like I said, last 6 months to a year, I don't know what you did, but now I can pick people up that should be going to, diverted to somewhere else, and they're telling me, whatever you do, take me to Rolling Plains.
Oh my gosh.
So again, I think that leadership and, the culture change, it's obviously it has to do with the doctors, and the nurses and the respiratory therapists, and, that's a big deal. But I think that just the culture change and the leadership, and people trust what we're doing here.
Yeah.
And that's a big deal.
Yeah, it's a big deal. It's a really big deal to a lot of people, and I like that's the part of telling the story that I'm excited about, is that we get to infuse hope.
Right.
Because if you remember where you felt maybe 5 years ago in this community, right? Yeah. And that's what the paramedics probably alluded
Absolutely.
to. The community remembers it.
Right.
And sometimes they don't know that it's, like they feel so differently, because it's hard to kind of go back and remember where you were. But you're right. I think there's a lot of hospitals, if you were to walk into their doors right now or walk into the community, you're going to get I don't know what's going to happen, the dreary feeling.
Right.
It's like it's a doom thing almost. And like they're going to pick up on what we feel. It's almost like, I was told one time, if you're in a relationship and your relationship's getting stale, go watch somebody who's in love, and then just let that be a guide for how you should behave towards each other. And I think there's some stuff, like when you look at what's exciting about this, Doug said energy. I think energy is a big part of it. And it's not just, individuals coming together creates a big energy. And that's what I feel from what's going on here compared to especially what's out there.
Yeah, well, and I'll add to that, once again, my predecessor did a really amazing thing in going, she knew that our ER did not have a good reputation, and she went out and got the physician group that they were using in Abilene at Hendricks, a much bigger facility. And for a facility our size to have an entire group of ER doctors that are all emergency board certified physicians, you don't get that in a rural facility.
Right.
And so to some degree, we're creating, we never have had, TJ didn't come into his role as a marketer, but we've never had a marketing strategy for this hospital.
Yeah.
This hospital's always been good. I think we're getting better, and that's showing in the awards, but we're also telling the stories and marketing, so that there was a really strong foundation here long before I got here of it being a really good hospital, really good rural hospital.
Yeah.
And now we're just turning it up a notch, and that hope, whether it's saying yes or, when a director comes to me and say, I want to try this, or it's not just saying yes, but it's you take an environment where everybody's starting to really feel proud about what they're doing.